One tap. Want to double swing this dog?
You weren't gonna bait me, right?
Run boost? We hot!
It's time to
Stop it. Get some help.
Device for NA would be bonkers. I just don't think there's a team who needs him. I really don't think so. I think that Device to Liquid, I don't think they should get him. Like, I think before they had OC, I would have told you that they could greatly benefit from having an opera like Device, because they just had like fucking 3 secondary operas. That was Liquid's problem for the longest time, right? Is they had 3 players who were like really good with the op, but nobody who was like primarily an opera, right? I get opt in 3, 2, 1. Told you. You don't see things performing well with G2? I don't know, man. I've been saying for a while that I think that G2 is like primed to fucking pop off. I think m0NESY is insane. I think Nico is insane. I think JKS is insane. And I think, you know, like obviously the memes around Hooksy aside, I think that he's really good. And I think that that team could definitely succeed. I just think they need... It's like what happened with FaZe Clan in a sense, right? Like FaZe, they are a super team, and super teams just need to click. There needs to be this thing that happens with a super team where they all just start not missing shots and being absolutely fucking gods, and that's just what needs to happen for them to win. I still think they can do it. I really do. I think FaZe are... I just think now that they've won the major, I just feel like they have this, like I said, this 6th gear they just kick into, and they just believe in themselves, man. They just, once they get, they just like, they have that thing which is really dangerous for teams to have, which is just that they just like genuinely don't believe that they can lose. What? The dude just vanished! I was like, wait, what?
Hello there.
I was trying to look for the top of his head. Chad, did you guys see that, I was talking about this last night in my stack, or no, 2 nights ago rather. But did you guys see that absolutely ludicrous retake from Halzork in the Complexity game, the one on Nuke? He kills me. He kills me. I think no matter what happens going forward, dude, just peek. Come on. I think it's the play of the event. Literally the play of the event. This is the retake.
Over a ramp, Brokey's come around to help him there. This one's done. Halzork slips in the backside though. He's got the kit. He's sitting it. Surprising. Oh, behind it. No way he's out of time. No way he gets this. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Oh my God, that
dude,
incredible.
that is the most big retake I have seen all year. I'm very comfortable saying that. Motherfucker just literally just sends it. Full sends it with this much time left. Mind you, if he loses op here, like, it's bad. Like, they can buy the next round, but, like, it's bad. Oh, I won. I thought there was another one left. I think right now, my favorite player in terms of play style is Yakindar. I think Yakindar, and he's also personally like a very nice guy. I love the way that Yakindar plays Counter-Strike, and anyone who plays Counter-Strike with me knows his entry style is very similar to the way that I like to play. And I just think that the way he thinks about the game is very, very, very good. And I love Yakindar. I just have nothing but incredible things to say about Yakindar. And I felt this way before he played for Team Liquid. I did. It's actually the reason I fanboy over this Liquid so hard is actually because I was a huge Yakindar fanboy before he came to Team Liquid. I said it before, like, I think that Yakindar, and we're seeing it now, is just genuinely the best fit for Team Liquid. They needed someone to go in first. They just needed someone to not be scared and to not be trepidatious and to just like fucking be a surgical ratty entry fragger to create space for Naf and Elish. Because the problem with Naf and Elish is that they are both world-class like lurker and second entry respectively. Having Elish as your first entry is just such a waste. Like, he's so good. He's literally one of the best riflers alive, right? So like, if he goes in first and he's the one who fucking, you know, gets spammed through the smoke or like tanks the op shot, like, you're just throwing away, you know, 2 or 3 kills later in the round potentially, right? And like, I think that Yakindar, the fact that he embraces that play style and is so intelligent, like he has a massive Counter-Strike brain, Yakindar, and like, you know, his aggression is really hard to telegraph, I think. I think that's what makes him so good. Yeah, I just have nothing but good things to say about him. From a playstyle standpoint, I think he is the most exciting player in the game right now for me. Oh, NT to myself. NT to myself. You know, sometimes you just gotta wish yourself an NT, you know? Sometimes you just gotta be your own best friend, eh, chat? Kenny got me into CS and the French CS, and I've been waiting for trophies for years. Thanks, Kenny. I've always said that kennyS sort of did for CS what Michael Jordan did for basketball. He made it cool, and he just became bigger than the game itself, right? And people around the world, like in the 90s, started watching basketball just because of Jordan. Like Jordan was just such an international sensation, right? That you know, people turned eyes to the game, and I think that happened in esports with CS:GO with kennyS. Like if you were a Dota player in 2014, you know, late 2014, early 2015, you were watching Cologne because there was this talk of like Kenny. Like there was these clips going around of Kenny just doing fucking insane shit with the op, right? And I genuinely believe that his influence and impact on the game almost can't be overstated. That Kenny train flick, orgasmic, absolutely, dude.
Really detached from the action. Kenny, first step to bat, he finds a shot, but he's being pressured up close. He needs shots to support him. He's watching for a flank, but what? Oh my god, Kenny gets an incredible kill against Sixer.
Did Kenny do more than like 2013 NIP? All those, I think he did. And to be clear, I'm not saying that I think that it's like about who is greater or like who is the GOAT. Right? Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I think Kenny injected an entertainment value into Counter-Strike that people from other esports, like League players, Dota players, like whatever, like if you were into esports in 2014, 2015, Counter-Strike was coming up and you were watching CSGO, even just like the big tournaments, like the Colognes and the Katos, because you wanted to watch Kenny, because you wanted to see the crazy fucking shit that kennyS was gonna do. Kenny isn't the technical GOAT, but his influence has to be the biggest. It just has to be. Like, do I think that we are now approaching a point where you can say that Simple has rivaled, if not exceeded it? Yeah, that's totally a conversation. Like, I definitely think so. I just think that basically from 2012 until about 19, but like probably 2020, really like 2020, right? Like really until like the turn of the decade. I think for about 8 solid fucking years, I genuinely think kennyS was just the most, like the biggest, whatever that means, the biggest name in Counter-Strike.